Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always and welcome back to Terraria. In the last episode, we took down the Vortex Pillar, and then got interrupted while taking on the Nebula Pillar by the Solar Eclipse, which is going to give us some stuff. But I had a quest to go do for the Fisherman. I had to get one from the what's it called? The Corruption, and it was pretty easy. I didn't think you guys would miss too much, but we do have a Broken Hero Sword that we got from Mothron. It's the only one I got, but we can now make True Knight's Edge. And by using that and the legendary True Excalibur, we can get the Terra Blade. Now this is just a basic Terra Blade and it has 141 damage. Not too bad, but it's really cool because it shoots out like a very fast projectile. And it's a very fast sword as well, so whether or not it's better than the Influx Waver, damage-wise it's not, but utility-wise, sometimes it could be. But let's go ahead and drop off our inventories. I don't really want to keep it in my stuff in here, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and start just quick stacking wherever we can. And I also got a purple clubberfish. I don't think we've gotten this. It's a hammer. It's okay, I guess. I don't know that we've gotten any purple. Yes, we have. Okay. That answers that. So, yes, today is hopefully going to be the day that we get all the stuff that we need to do done. So, I have armor and everything equipped correctly. Let's just go on, get our buffs, and we're gonna fly over to the Nebula Pillar. We're gonna finish that one off, and then we're gonna head to the next pillar and hopefully finish that one off, which is the Stardust Pillar. So, assuming we can do all this, we are going to be summoning the Moon Lord, and I fully expect to die. I'm not even going to try all that hard. I'm going to summon him, and I'm going to let him kill me. More or less. I'm going to try, but not I'm not going to put too much effort in, because there's not much reason to. We're not ready. We're not prepared. No reason to really try to get the fight completed when anything we use would be wasted resources. So, we're just gonna have fun. We're getting a lot of good items, which is gonna allow us to take on. There's one more boss, and then all of the events. We're gonna be able to finish those off a little bit easier, hopefully. But we'll see. Anyways, there's the shield, and now the fun part. We just shoot this with arrows, and we're gonna do a ton of damage. So let's heal. And honestly, there's so many things here. I just want to kill it, kill everything, and there is the Nebula Pillar. So otherworldly voices linger around you. Ooh, spooky. I'm joking, but this is supposed to be a really big build-up to the Moon Lord, and it is. It really is. But whether or not it's deserving, I think it deserves to be mocked a little bit. It's a little over the top, but nonetheless, let's go ahead. Let's go get our fragments, and we got the Brain Suckler. That's kind of cool. The banner for that. We need to summon our followers, and cool. So we'll just get the Nebula fragments. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just grab them and be on our way. So we have 21, 40. Not too bad. Could definitely be better, but not too bad. So the last pillar is all the way out near the dungeon. That's not too big of a deal. Not too much of an issue. Nothing we can't handle, but this is the summoning pillar. So we're gonna get a lot of, in a sense, summoned monsters. Now what that means, you'll see. There's a lot of minion-style monsters in this area, but that's not too much of a concern. This is probably one of the easier pillars, if I remember correctly. But I don't remember too well. So it's been a while since I've done these events on my own. But here we are. And the clothier arrived. Yeah, I lost a lot of people. So yeah, these are the ones that you have to worry about. The star cells. They like to split off into more creatures. And then these guys like to give us issues as well. These worm guys are not too bad, but you can only hit them from the front. And then these guys like to shoot projectiles at you, so you need to keep moving when you kill them. So as you can see, that's kind of what I mean by minion style stuff. We have some regeneration stuff here, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, we need to fly all the way back over here. We have, what are these guys called? Flow invaders and star cells. The flow invaders are probably the hardest thing. The star cells are a little bit annoying, but what we actually get for beating them, the fragments, we can actually make something like the star cells. In fact, I believe they're in fact called star cells. In fact, words. The English language is not my forte sometimes. What do you want? Mudfish. Alright, we're going to do that real quick, just because we can, but let's go ahead and make the Nebula Blaze and the Nebula Arcanum, and we'll have 4 fragments left. So, Nebula Arcanum is a little bit like the, these are going to use a lot of mana, by the way. This uses 29, this one uses 17, whereas this uses 13. So this uses a lot of mana, but it makes an orb that it is homing, and it stays around for a while. I think these are just like little fireball type stuff. Really cool if you're a magic user. We're not, so we'll just kind of put those away and pretend you never saw them. Let's go ahead and quick stack. We'll fly up here. Right there is that. We'll sort inventories later. I keep saying this. I really need to sit down and work on that. But we need a pond to go fish at. Honestly, this one's gonna be the best. Because where can we find the dirt fish? I believe pretty much everywhere, but I want to make sure. Surface, underground, caverns. So let's just go like right there is a really large pond. We could probably get some stuff from that. So we just go over to that area and go down. So as you can see, I have I extended the planters a little bit. We're growing blink root and day bloom now. I haven't harvested any of them yet, but we'll get there. I'm not too worried about that right now. So let's just work our way down to a decent water system. And let's see, almost there. Cool, let's just switch those and do one of those. And Jake the Pirate. Are we gonna get anything good from this? Specular fish. I mean, it is a thing. There's a corruptor. Let's just head over here. And we'll just fish right here. See if this is any better. Wooden crate, that is a good sign. So, just try to get the mudfish. That's all I care about. And alright, you know what? Let's make this one a little bit better. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the torch, we're gonna block that up. And we are going to just completely open this. And why can't I get into my car? I'm too close to the water, I think. So let's just open up a little bit more of an area. There we go. And we can just kind of do one of these. Awesome. So, this should be a much better place to fish. And that means hopefully we'll get the dirt fish soon. Koi. So this is technically in the corruption. Let's switch our armor as well. And I don't think the corruption is going to affect it, getting us the dirt fish. I don't believe so anyways. So here's hoping. I'll give this like another minute or so before we just say forget it and go back home. But this is going to give us potions and all that kind of fun stuff. So armored cavefish are endurance potions, Koi are wrath potions, both which I really like. I just want that stupid dirt fish. Purple clubberfish. I'm going to be selling a lot of this stuff, and I'll probably do a lot of it off camera, just because there's so many items you can get, and most of them aren't really worth it. Alright, we'll give it another 3 tries. 1 and 2. Another purple clubberfish. And 3. Alright. Let's teleport back. You know what, Mr. Cyborg? I'm going to sell you those. And cool. Open this stuff. Got the tax collector again. Put those in there. We're going to take these. We're going to put them up here. And there's got to be a better place to get... You know, that's probably not that bad. That's surface, but it's probably going to have the same issue as the other one. I bet... I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's just go finish off the last pillar. Hope for the best. And we'll go from there. So beetle armor on, everything looks good. Can switch those around. That would probably let us live a little bit longer. Let's get our 2 friends. And honestly, what we might do is just fish once from every big pond we see. So here's the first one. And anything? Tin can, not big enough. Alright, so we'll just keep flying this way. And the next big pond we see. Once again. That's not bad. And it's nothing all that good. So we fly on. Alright, so what's the next one we're gonna see? What biome is it gonna be in? The ice biome, and it's a really nice pond. So we'll fish here twice, you know. And let's make it 3. And I say it even 3, but I always do things in 3s if I can, just because, I don't know, it's better. We don't have the fishing line on, so the line can break. That's fine though, I don't care too much. It's just, you know, we're going past it, might as well try type of thing. So we should be getting into the fight here in a moment. Sounds like it. And the moon, the background changes for each one of these. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that is a thing. Yeah, the Flow Invader, they're the most deadly when they die, because they shoot those guys at you. Only slightly dangerous, but not too bad. Let's heal. Alright. So we just continue doing damage to the shield. Ooh, lots of star shells. That's nice. I don't actually know if each one, they do regenerate if you don't kill them fast enough. Which can be bad. I also don't know which ones cause damage to the shield, which ones count. So we're just gonna keep doing our thing, hope for the best. And here, sooner rather than later, we will finish this off and then have to deal with the Moon Lord. Unless we die, which is also a good chance. Alright, so we just get as much stuff as we can. Health-wise. And honestly, I don't want to fly all the way over here again. So let's get out of range. And that was a little closer than I'd like. Wait, oh god. They came after me. And we dropped a lot of gold. So we're almost there. Once we kill these guys, we're not going to do the lunar events for a while. I want to get well equipped, elsewise, by doing other things, farming bosses, that kind of stuff. But one of the big ways to make money in this game is through killing bosses and selling items that are worth selling. So because of how I want to set up my like chest and all that kind of stuff, it's going to be really good for getting money, which is going to allow me to reforge things and make things really good, and I'll have the best of everything. It's just a matter of getting all the things. And I've talked about this before, kind of my end of the series for Terraria is definitely going to be, once we have all the trophies, that is at least one thing that I want to do. I want to get all the trophies of all the bosses. Not necessarily all the banners, because that's a bit of an annoyance. That is also going to mean that we're going to have to go to the Crimson and kill the boss there quite a bit. We're also going to try to get all the armor sets, because that sounds like fun, although that's going to require us to kill the Moon Lord a lot. To get the amount of Luminite we need, it's a bit of a task, but that's okay. once we get the hang of it, once we do it a couple of times, it shouldn't be too bad. Terraria is made so that when you unlock the... That's a tiny zombie. Unlock the tiny zombies. Terraria is made so that when you unlock kind of the next level of equipment, whatever you did to unlock it is easier. So in other words, once you kill Plantera, it's easier to farm Plantera and kill Plantera more. That being said, the Moon Lord is still going to be difficult. This is expert mode, but he'll be much easier because the weapons he will give us are even more powerful than the ones we get from this event. And this event's going to allow us to basically kill most things pretty simply. Alright, so let's just kind of go this direction. I want to try to get my gold back, because we did drop a lot of gold. Somewhere over here. There it is. And let's throw all of our money in there real quick. Cool, perfect. We can heal, and we'll go back into this, and hopefully not die. So, are we close to getting done with the shield? We should be getting there. Maybe a couple more. Hopefully not too many more. I do want to kind of finish this, and honestly, I'll be blunt. Moon Lord takes a little bit to summon. He takes about a minute before he fully summons, which is kind of whatever. But to the same extent, that's a good bit of time. How did I? The Flow Invader. With his little beetle guys that he keeps throwing out. So we will kill the pillar probably this next round. I don't imagine it being too much more. And then Moon Lord, and then we die. Moon Lord goes away. Everything's good again. We can go out to the end of the world and not worry about anything. Then we can worry about other things. So, the last couple of episodes have been the quote-unquote new episodes, as I kind of explained quite a bit ago. It's been about a month or so of episodes. Oh, even more, actually. Probably about 10 episodes back, at least, is when I had the whole system of, new episodes, doing things that are new, not like new content. Doing building episodes and then doing farming episodes. So the last few have been new. I think the ones after that was, I think I did building, farming, new, in that order. So the next would be building. I don't know if we're going to do a building episode next time, or if we're just going to farm some stuff, or if we're going to continue doing new things. I don't know yet. We'll probably do farms, to be honest. I want to do some work with the Frost Moon and the Pumpkin Moon, as well as just trying to get actual progress made on the what's it called? The Eternia, the Old One's Army. There we go. That's what it's called. Alright, so we're getting there, I hope. Although we're also getting close to dying. And the Flow Invader once again killed me. Alright, so one more trek not trick, trek. No C and an E. One more journey over here, and that should be good. I don't anticipate having too much trouble killing the actual pillar once we get the shield off. It's just a matter of getting the shield off. So, alright, that's the icon for the deadly spheres. I never knew. So what the Stardust gives you is 2 summons. One of them is, I'll be honest, I never use. Because the other one is just so good. Although the one is also good. They're just kind of slow. So you get the Stardust, you get the Star Cells. That is one of the summons that you can get from this. And then the other one is a Stardust Dragon, which is an interesting summon. And I'll show both of those off after we die to the Moon Lord, probably. We'll see. Like I said, we're going to fight him, because why not? But at the same time, I fully expect to die. I have no hope of winning, and honestly, that's going to be a very good way to end the episode. You guys will get to see the Moon Lord, and then we die to him. And that's it. Because, yeah, the Moon Lord, like I said earlier, I've never actually defeated him. I think it was this episode I said that. It might have been last. I don't know. I've been recording these all at the same time just because it's easier for me. But anyways, we are back. So, flow invaders need to die. And we should be so close. Alright, let's just grab the hearts. And then we will... There we go. And we died. Of course we did. But, this will be the last trek over there. So, yeah. Like I've said, I've never actually defeated the Moon Lord in expert mode. Because he's really difficult and he hurts really badly. There's also an item that we could be using that kind of cheeses a lot of enemies. They're one of the few items in Terraria that I know of that's been pretty significantly, not necessarily debuffed, nerfed, but has been a sticking point for the devs because they made them too powerful. They're the Crimson Chest item. They are the Vampire Knives. They're a very quick melee item that gives you health. They absorb health from your hits, which is really good. The Moon Lord actually has an ability to completely negate them because the devs don't like those items anymore. They make a lot of boss fights a lot easier because you can stay alive easier and just continuously do damage. So it makes it easier to tank. And yeah, that's not really the best of things when making difficult bosses. So they nerfed that. They also nerfed one of the what is it called? It's the armor for mages. The magic armor. The Spectre armor. They've nerfed that considerably as well because it's too powerful. But yeah, the Moon Lord is going to wreck our day. I have no doubt in this. Let's just kind of wreck the Stardust Pillar's day best we can. He's almost dead. There we go. And now, impending doom approaches. So we need to get our fragments, and we're just gonna get out of here. So we're gonna get some really cool blur effects for the next minute or so, and then we're gonna die. Pretty much. So before we do anything else, let's go ahead and make the Stardust Dragon and the Stardust Cell. So the cell is these guys, and I believe they will hook onto enemies and then do damage, which is kind of cool. It actually is really cool, but not really something I care to use. But then the other one is the better one. The Stardust Dragon is a much better item, and I am apprehensive. Oh no. Here's the Moon Lord. So, he showed up a little sooner than I expected. This is the Moon Lord. Say hello. So, he has two hands that you have to attack. And we don't have any buffs or anything. And then he has a laser in his head. That does a lot of damage. And then we died. He showed up a lot quicker than I expected. But I guess it has been about a minute. So yeah, that was the Moon Lord. Eventually we'll be able to summon him directly and not do the lunar events, but for the time being we have to do the lunar events. We don't have enough stuff to skip it. But before we go, one last thing, and that is the Stardust Dragon. So this guy is interesting. This is the summon. He's a big dragon. He is a worm, does worm things. And instead of summoning a second one when you activate the dragon again, he gets bigger. So because we can summon two, he gets two body segments. And that's basically how he works. So that is going to be it for this episode. So we got to see the Moon Lord. He promptly killed us, kind of as expected. So next time, I think we're going to do some farming. I don't know what, I don't know where, how, or anything. I don't know what we're going to do yet. But we're going to do some farming of items, probably. And just try to make that whole process that we just did a little bit easier. And try to get some other good stuff. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!